ask sa ating problem, especially when we go dun sa next part natin for computation, which is yung annuity. Kasi kay annuity, there are mas madali niyo maiintindihan kung paano siya masasolve kapag meron kayong ginawang graph na tinatawag na or cash flow. Kasi dun yun makikita kung paano yung progression of time and saan po ba magpa-fall down si n, then yung magiging value ng n natin and yung magiging value ng ating m. So there are three elements of cash flow diagrams. So we have the horizontal line, the arrows, and viewpoint. So for horizontal line, represents the time scale with progression of time moving from left to right. So when we say horizontal line, that is this one. So from 0 to 5. For example, it can either be a representation into months, into years, into days, into weeks, depending on ano yung conditions natin in paying the interest. Okay? Or in paying the amount that is being loaned to us. Then the arrow represents the cash flows. Arrow up includes the receipts or the positive cash flows or income. Then arrow down is disbursements, negative cash flow or cash outflow that is expense. So it depends on the viewpoint ni borrower or lender, nagbabago yan kung paano magyayara si receipts and si disbursements. Hey, types of cash flows. So ito yung mga itsura ng cash flow natin. So we have five. So, ang main focus natin for our discussion today is this one, si number one, single cash flow. So single cash flows is the simplest case involves the equivalence of a single present amount P and its future worth F. So when we say single cash flow, from zero to year end, kung ano mang year yon, ang progression lang natin or ang movement natin ng pera ay ang nag-a-affect lang is itong si interest. Depende kung magiging magkano yung value ng ating interest. So, for this one, sabi niya, 5,000 daw natin after 4 years, magiging $7,000. Applying yung interest. Then, lagi niyo po tatandaan, for single cash flows, ang ating present worth is always starting at year zero and ang ating future worth is always starting at year at ang ating future worth is always ending at year end. Kung ano man yung ating year end. So, from zero to year end. Next, so we have the equal uniform series. So transaction arranged as a series of equal cash flows at regular intervals. So when we say equal uniform series, ito yung sinasabi sa inyo na annuity. So we have different types of annuity. Tatlo yun, annuity due, ordinary annuity, annuity due, and deferred annuity. So for this example, kung mapapansin nyo, from year 1 to year 7, yung value natin ng A is pare-pareho. Meaning, equal. Yung unit, yung amount of payments natin is pare-pareho from year 1 to year 7. So, from year 0 hanggang kumabot tayo sa year F. So, kung kanina, present worth and future worth lang ang tinitingnan natin, for annuity, meron tayong the additional notation which is yung A. Yung A, yun yung sinasabi nating annuity or yung annual payment. Kung magkano yung magiging annual payment natin, applying yung interest. Next, we have the gradient series. So, si linear gradient at si geometric gradient, they have the same concept. So, for linear and geometric gradient, meron tayong equal or uniform increase or decrease. Pero magbabago siya in terms of kung paano yung way of increase niya. So, for linear gradient series, sabi, cash flow that increase or decrease by uniform amount each periods. When we say uniform amount, so from year one, so for example, this is for example, this is 1,000. Sa year 2, mag increase siya ng 500, magiging 1,500. Then sa year 3, mag-i-increase ulit siya ng 500, magiging 2,000 hanggang umabot ka sa year 10. Meaning, from year 2 to year 10, pare-parehong increase of value natin ng Z na $500. So, ganon si linear gradient. For geometric gradient naman, so ang increase or decrease niya depends on the percentage. When say percentage, for example, is yung value natin ng G dito is 11%. So from year 2 to year 6, nag increase tayo ng 11% sa ating amount. So initial amount natin is 1,700. Then for year 2, minultiplyan siya ng 1.11 or yung 11% increase natin. Then year 3, multiply mo ulit siya ng 1.1 raised squared naman kasi nga yearly nag-i-increase siya ng 11%. So, yun. Ganoon si geometric. So, for linear, uniform amount ang increase natin. Then, for geometric gradient, uniform percent or fixed percentage ang ating increase. Okay? For this one, si linear and si geometric gradient, this is application po kasi of ordinary annuity and gradient formula. So, medyo mahaba yung formula natin for gradient series. Dalawang formula yan. Kaya medyo mahaba talaga sa computation. Actually, hindi kasya sa calculator when you directly substitute it, when you directly compute it sa calculator, hindi kasya yung formula natin for linear and geometric gradient. Lagi yan magkukulang. So, I'll be giving you a shortcut list for application dito kay linear gradient and geometric gradient series. And pwede natin siyang gamitin for computation. Kasi for your comprehensive exam naman, ganun din naman ang mangyayari. Kasi lumalabas po kasi talaga yan for your comprehensive exam. Okay? And last, irregular series consists of cash flows that change with no pattern. So, hindi naman tayo magko-compute ng cash flows na mayroong irregular series. Okay. So, question po so far. Type 1 nga po if wala. Guys. Okay. So, let's start with our computation na. So, sabi ko nga, this is our introduction to engineer economics kasi ito yung pinaka-main concept kung saan itutuloy natin sa mga susunod nating computation. So, which is interest. So, from here and forward, ma-encounter nyo na po itong interest na to. Hindi interest sa pera, hindi na sa interest sa tao. Okay, so from here and forward, puro na tayo computation ng interest. So when we say interest, this is the amount of money paid for the use of borrowed capital or income produced by money which has been loaned. So when we say interest, iyan yung sinasabi nating patong sa utang. For example, you will be loaning an amount of 1 million pesos sa bank for like gusto niya magtayo ng business or bumili ng bahay. So yung 1 million na yon, you will be paying that 1 million pesos including the interest. For example, ang interest na is 20%. So computin nyo yung 20% ng 1 million. Yung 20% na yon, yun yung dagdag na babayaran nyo sa bangko. So, there are cases naman na kinukuha nila in advance yung interest. For example, you will be loaning 1 million. Then, ang ibibigay lang sa inyo ng bangko is 800,000. Kasi they have already deducted the interest in advance. So, there are cases na ganun. Kumbaga, imbes na bayaran mo yung interest ng matagal, every nagbabayad ka ay may kasamang interest, pwede nilang bawasan in advance. Depende sa magiging uh, contract ninyo or magiging kasunduan, agreement ninyo ni bangko. Okay, then interest is also applicable for increase of money. For example, in your savings, sa savings account natin, for example, you will be opening a savings account sa bank, there are percentage of increase kung magkano yung magiging dagdag nila. Kumbaga, naguhulog ka, nagsisave ka sa kanila, then from time to time, dinadagdagan nila yung savings niyo. For example, yung current savings ko, I have 2.5% increase yearly. So every year, by 2.5% na dinadagdag sa akin si cooperative na pinag-openan ko ng aking savings account. So yung interest na yun, it is divided by quarter. So when I say quarter, this is divided every 3 months. Every 3 months ay meron silang dinadagdag sa savings ko. Depending kung magkano yung nakasave na ngayon sa aking account. So ganun yung interest. Possible rin siyang consideration for interest. Okay? At sabi ko nga pa, ang main focus natin ngayon is yung single cash flow lamang. So first, we have two types of interest na i-discuss, the simple interest and the compound interest. So first muna is the simple interest. So ito yung pinaka-basic na formula natin or basic computation natin for EECO or pinakamadali. Simple interest is the interest on a loan that is based only on the principal, usually used for short-term loans where the period is measured in days rather than in years. Sabi nga for simple interest, ang computation natin ay hindi naka-years. Tayo ay ang consideration natin is into days. So we have to convert yung ating values into days. So ang formula natin, so please remember this, ang formula natin is I is equals to PIN, F is equals to P plus PIN or P plus I, then F is equals to P times 1 plus IN. So ito ang pinaka-main formula na kailangan nyo tandaan. Ito, I equals to P and F is equals to P times 1 plus IN. Kasi yan yung commonly natin na gagamitin for computation. Wherein I is equals to interest, P is the principal or the present worth, N is the number of interest periods, I is the rate of interest per interest period, and F is the accumulated amount or the future worth. So from here and forward then, ang computation na natin, ang laging na pong ipapahanap or tatanungin sa inyo, nasaan or ano ang future worth, ano ang present worth. Yan pong P and F na yan na po ang kailangan yung makasundo sa EI ko kasi yan po ang laging ipapahanap sa inyo. Kay math po, kay algebra, naghahanap po kayo ng X and Y. Kay EI ko, maghahanap po kayo ng P, F, and A. Okay? So we have two types of simple interest. We have the ordinary simple interest and the exact simple interest. So first muna, we have the ordinary simple interest. So ordinary simple interest is computed on the basis of 12 months of 30 days each, which is equivalent to 360 days a year. So sabi, for ordinary interest, simple interest, ang consideration daw natin is 30 days a month. Meaning every month we have 30 days. Hindi natin kinoconsider yung month na 28 days and yung month na 31 days. So lahat daw ng month natin is equals to 30 days. So kaya ang computation natin for N is equals to D over 360. Diba sabi nga ang ating daw computation for simple interest is in days rather than in years. So kaya nga N is equals to D over 360. So kapag nag-compute tayo ng N, ito ang formula ang kailangan yung tandaan. So try natin example number 1. So determine the ordinary simple interest on 700 pesos for 8 months and 15 days if the rate of interest is 15%. Paano kaya napalabas to? So formula natin for interest, we have I is equals to in. So given natin, so we have P number 1. P is equals to 700 pesos. Interest natin, so I is equals to 0.15. Then ang N natin is equals to 8 months times 30 days plus 15 kasi kailangan natin siya i-convert in 2 days. So ilan po ang ating N? Ilan po ang N?
255 po.
255.
5 po.
Lang, hindi ko kayo marinig eh.
255 po.
So we have 255 days. We have 255. Okay. And substituting sa ating formula, I is equals to P. So, equals to 700 times 0.15 times 255 divided by 360. So, I natin, computing for I, we have 700 times 0.15 times 255 divided by 360. Ba't naman ang laki nun sa'yo? So, you have 74.375 pesos. Have 74.375 pesos. Okay, nakuha po. Okay. And number 2, so determine the ordinary simple interest on 10,000 pesos for 9 months and 15 days if the rate of interest is 6%. So number 2, so natin. For number 2, so we have P is equals to 10,000. I is equals to 0.06. Then N is equals to 9 months times 30 days plus 15 days. So, ilan po ang N? We have 285 days. So, getting for our I, or interest, I is equals to P. So, we have 10,000 times 0.06 times 285 over 360. So, I natin equals to, we have 475 pesos. Okay. Naintindihan po ba? Clear po tayo?
Yes po.
Yes
Yes po.
Okay. So then, for ordinary simple interest, ang consideration natin is we have 30 days a month. So, 12 months is equals to 360 days. So, n is equals to d over 360. Next, for exact simple interest naman, so interest daw po is computed based on the exact number of days in a given year. So meaning, ang D natin ngayon or ang days natin ngayon for a normal year is equals to 365. Then for leap year is equals to 366. So how do we identify if yung ang ating year is a leap year or a normal year? So when we divide 4 or when we divide the year into 4 and we get an exact number, so ang ating pong year is a leap year. So again, when we divide a year by 4 and the answer is an exact number, so ang ating pong year is a leap year. For example, determine the exact simple interest on 500 pesos for the period from January 10 to October 28, 1996 at 16%. Okay. So first, exact simple interest, yung mga problem natin is laging nakaganto. You have to compute, hindi kagaya kanina na given na yung months and days. So for exact simple interest kasi most of the problem is ganyan na naka-breakdown siya into uh, time scale from January 10 to October 28. So how do we identify kung ilang days in a month? For for this part. So first muna natin, ang gagawin natin for exact simple interest is to identify kung siya po ba ay leap year. Again, so ang ating consideration, when we divide year by 4 and exact number ang lumabas, siya ay leap year. So 1996 divided by 4 is equals to 499, kaya siya ay leap year. Next, so paano naman natin malalaman kung ilang days yung ito, yung first month and yung last month sa ating given problem? So para malaman nyo kung ilang days si first month, you just have to subtract kung ilang days yung month na yon by the given date. For this example, we have January 10. So 31 minus 10 equals to 21. Again, for the first month, para malaman kung ilang days siya, you just have to subtract number of days for that certain month by its given date. For example, we have 31 minus 10 equals to 21. Next, for last month naman, kung ano yung exact date na nakalagay sa month na yon, yun na yung ilalagay natin na number. Kaya ang October natin is 28. Then list down nyo lang po lahat ng days from January to October, then sum it up. So we have 21 for January, February is 29 kasi leap year, March is 31, April is 30, May is 31, June is 30, July and August is 31, September is 30, then October is 28. So when sum it up, equals siya sa 292 days. Okay? Then substitute natin sa formula, I is equals to P. So P, 500 times 292, yung ating N, divided by 366 kasi leap year, times 0.60. So validate natin yung answer kung tama. 500 times 0.16 times 292 divided by 366. So, tama. 63.8251. Okay. Question po for ordinary and exact simple interest. Clear tayo? Type 1 nga po if clear. Okay. So, para matest yung ating learnings, so we'll try to solve practice problem 1, 2, and 3. So for number 1, what will be the future worth of money after 14 months if a sum of 10,000 is invested today at a simple interest rate of 12% per year? So anong formula natin for getting the future worth? F is equals to, ano po? So we have F is equals to P plus I. So I is equals to P. So we have F is equals to P times 1 plus IN. Given natin, we have P, we have 10,000. Tayo natin, so we have 0.12. Then N natin equals to 14 months. 14 months. For example, kapag po ang given natin is wala namang days, pwede natin siyang i-convert lang by dividing it kung ano yung labor niya. For example, siya ay months, i-divide mo na lang siya kung ilan yung certain month na yun. Pwede rin naman, kapag year na siya, wala na tayong gagawin doon. As is na lang yung value na yun. Yun na yun. So, pwede natin gawin dito, imbis na i-convert natin siya by multiplying 30, pwede natin siyang i-divide na lang by 12. So, 14 over 12 na lang. So, getting for our F, F is equals to 10,000 times 0.12 times 14 over 12. So F is equals to ilan po? 1, 4? Oops, sorry, mali ako ng formula. Anong mali? What is wrong with this one?
Sir, interest po yung nakuha nyo.
Okay. So, kailangan natin siyang i-multiply plus 1. Tama?
Yes, yes.
Ilan ngayon? Ilan ngayon ang ating F? F is equals to again 400. F is equals to 11,400 pesos. Okay. So, try nyo pong i-validate to. Try nyo pong gawin siyang 14 times 30 divided by 360. Kung same lang po yung magiging answer. Pag itong ginamit natin, imbis na to. Same lang po ba?
Same lang siya.
Okay. So, for number 2 and number 3, please try to solve this po on your end. Then discuss natin. I'll call someone to uh, uh, sabihin yung answer niya. So, try to solve this until 3:45. Thank you. Okay, question number 2. A loan of 10,000 pesos for 3 years at 10% simple interest per year. Determine the interest earned, I, and accumulated F amount. So, who wants to try po? Number 2. Anyone? Christine.
Sir, sa I ko po ay 3,000. Tapos sa F ko po ay 13,000.
Kasi, paano siya nakuha?
Yung pong I, nakuha po is ginamit ko po yung formula na PIN. 10,000 times 0.10, which is the interest, times 3 years. Kaya po 3,000 ang sagot. Then doon po sa F, dun sa accumulated amount, is ginamit ko po yung formula na P times the parenthesis of IN plus 1. Then, nung substitute ko po is 10,000 times 0.10 times 10,000 parenthesis 0.10 times 3 plus 1. Then, sagot po is 13,000.
Okay po. Thank you. So, number 3. So, exact simple interest. Anyone? Carla.
Sir, ang ano po, ang kinukuha po dito ay yung interest po. Since exact simple interest po. Ang nakuha ko po, sir, is 847.222.
Ano
Bali,
yun?
ang 847 po.
Kasi,
Sir, ang ano po, ang kinuha ko po muna yung N, which is ano po, since exact po siya, di nagsimula po dun sa January 15 to November 15. Ang ginawa po, minus ko po. Ay, kinuha ko po muna kung leap year po yung 2012. Since leap year po siya, so yung February po 29. So, ang ginawa ko po sa January ay 31 minus 15. Tapos yun, inad ko na po yung lahat po ng days po sa month na yun. Tapos ang nakuha ko pong N is 305. Tapos ang mangyayari po ay yung P po, which is 20,000 times ano po, 305 divided by 360 po. Then times yung interest po na 0.05. Ang nakuha ko po ay 847.22 po.
saan mo dinivide yung N?
Sa 360 po.
360?
366. 366 po pala.
Sure
Sir,
ka?
tama.
Diba answer? Sure, check mo. Baka sa 360 mo
Sige
na
po.
divide. Compute.
Sir, wait lang po.
Okay.
Sir, sa 366 po pala.
Ilan ang answer?
833.33 po.
Okay. Tama po. Okay. So, careful po doon. Alam ko medyo magkamukha si 0 and 6. Pero wag po natin kakalimutan na 366. So, kaya yun ay 847 kasi sa 360 mo na different. Okay. Question po for simple interest. Pilihan. Type 1 nga po if walang question. Okay. Thank you. And next, proceed tayo sa next part. Sabi ko nga po, yung kanina, that is the simplest method of computation for engineering economics or for getting the interest. So discount in simple terms is interest deducted in advance. That's the difference between the amount a borrower receives in cash, the present worth, and the amount he pays in the future worth. So discount is equals to future worth minus the present worth. Or capital D is equals to F minus P. Wherein yung rate of discount naman, si small d is equal siya sa 1 minus 1 over 1 plus I. or I over 1 plus I, or F minus P over F, or divided by F. And C, rate of interest naman equals siya sa small d over 1 minus d, or d, capital D over P. Okay, hindi ko na di-discuss to, si discount. Please review it na lang po on your own. Kasi this is directly substitution lang naman si discount. Most probably, wala din namang lalabas yun sa exam. So, proceed tayo sa next part of interest, which is the compound interest. So, kung kanina, di ba, simple interest, sabi ko nga, yun po yung pinakamadaling formula natin. You just have to multiply yung I kay N, then add 1 times yung present word for the future word. Ngayon, for compound interest, interest which is based on the principal plus the previous accumulated interest may also be defined as interest on top of interest. So, this is usually used in commercial practice, especially for longer periods. So, yeah. Ganito na ngayon yung formula natin for compound interest. So, kung kanino nakamultiply si I kay N, ngayon, naka-raise na yung 1 plus I sa ating N. So, ang formula natin, F is equals to P times 1 plus I raised to N. Then, P is equals to F times 1 plus I raised to negative N. So, always remember, lagi po si P is naka-raise kay negative N. Kasi yan po yung nami-miss out or nakakalimutan lagi ng mga estudyante. So take note, P should always be raised to negative N. So going sa mga formulas natin sa sunod, ganyan na din po yan. Lagi pong naka-raise si P sa negative N. Kahit yung mga formula natin for annuity, ganyan pa rin yung application. Wherein si F natin is a future word pa rin, si P is the present word, I is the rate of interest, and N is the number of interest periods. Then we have the rate of interest, the cost of borrowing money or the amount earned by a unit principal per unit type. Types of rate of interest, you have the nominal rate of interest and the effective rate of interest. So, nominal rate of interest is the basic annual rate of interest. It specifies the rate of interest and the number of interest periods in 1 year. And by sinasabing number of interest periods per 1 year, dito na papasok ngayon yung kung bakit siya tinawag na compound interest. Kasi meron na tayong value ng M na tinatawag or yung ating compounding periods per year. So, si nominal rate of interest, ito po yung actual interest given sa ating problem. For example, is 15%. Yung mga 15%, 12%, 0.6%, yun po yung nominal rate of interest. Ngayon, meron na tayong tinatawag na compounding period. Ano po ba yun? Ito po yung tinatawag nating compounding period. So, meron tayong annually, cautious sa 1, semi-annually 2, quarterly 4, bi-monthly 6, monthly 12, semi-monthly 24, weekly 52, daily 365, then continuously is infinite. So si continuously, meron siyang different formula. Hindi ito yung gagamitin natin formula for continuously. So for annually to daily, yung pong formula natin kanina ang gagamitin. So sa mga problem natin ngayon, ang may encounter na natin, meron ng kasunod yung interest natin na ganyan. Ang sasabihin na niyan ay 15% compounded semi-annually, 15% compounded quarterly, meaning meron na tayong values ng M. So itong annually to daily, kailangan nyo pong suluhin lahat ng values ng M ito. Kasi po, sa mga topics natin sa susunod for annuity, for gradient series, lagi na pong ganyan ang ating problem. Meron na pong kasamang compounding period ang ating interest. So, yung compounding period na yun yung i-divide natin ngayon sa given percentage natin of interest. For example, ang sabi ay 15% compounded quarterly. So, you have to divide yung 15% by 4 para makuha yung ating interest na panibago na ating gagamitin. The effective rate of interest naman is the actual or the exact rate of interest earned on the principal during a 1 year period. So, ERI is equals to 1 plus I raised to M minus 1. Diba ang given natin ay raised to N daw, ang ating F. and ating P. Ngayon, for ERI, ibig sabihin lang natin ngayon, lahat ng values natin ngayon, basta meron siyang kasama compounding period, kailangan natin siyang erase ngayon sa ating M. So, siya ay naka-raise sa N times M. Again, when you add M or when you divide M sa ating interest, kailangan rin po natin siyang erase yung ating naka-open close parenthesis sa ating M. Okay, for example, so intindihan natin. If the sum of 15,000 is deposited in account earning 50 interest at the rate of 8% compounded quarterly, what will it become at the end of 5 years? Yan. So, meron daw tayong 15,000 present worth, kaya na future worth ay nahanap kasi ang tinatanong ay value at the end of 5 years, meaning sa future pa, after 5 years pa. So, getting for our F, equals siya sa P times 1 plus I raised to M, or P is equals to 1 plus I over M raised to NM. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina na kailangan natin i-apply si I equals to Rn and 1 plus I raised to M. Again, when you divide your interest by M, you have to raise as well or multiply yung ating interest period kay M. When you divide I or the interest by M, you have to multiply as well or M by the value of our M. So, wag niyo po yung kakalimutan. Okay, so ganito na po yung magiging formula natin. Going forward, I advise you na ganyan na yung gawin yung formula imbes na to kasi para hindi natin makalimutan si value ng ating F. So F is equals to 15,000 times 1 plus 0.08 over 4 times raised to 5 times 4. So total answer natin equals siya sa 22,289.2109. Okay, try natin. Example number 2. An employee has a promissory note that needs to be paid quarterly due 5 years. Hence, whose maturity value is 70,000 pesos. If the rate of interest is 12% compounded semi-annually, what is the value of this note now? Based po sa problem, ano po kayang hinahanap? Is it present or is it future rate?
Present po.
Present kasi ang tinatanong is the value of this note now. Meaning currently, so kaya siya ay into present. So since present worth yung hinahanap natin, so ang formula natin for present worth ay ano po? Formula natin for present worth, P is equals to F times 1
1 plus I
raised
parenthesis
to
Negative N.
negative n.
negative N. So we have our F is equals to, we have 70,000. I natin, so we have 0.12. Compounded semi-annually. So meaning siya ay 2. Yan ang N natin. Maturity value daw is 5 years. Okay. So getting for our P, so P is equals to 17,000 times 1 plus 0.12 over 2 raised to negative 2 times 5. Sila na ating P. In decimal place, we have 39,067.834. Ay, sorry, 8634. 6344. Okay, ako po. So in 4 decimal places tayo ha. Nakuha?
Yes po.
Okay. Next. So what interest rate compounded quarterly is equivalent to 8% compounded semi-annually? For this part kaya po, paano natin siya gagawin? So ang hinahanap dyan is ano daw po yung katumbas ni 8% semi-annually in terms of quarterly. Mm. 4%, sige. Paano nyo ginawa ng 4% na yun? Mariel, paano mo nakuha yung 4% na yun? Anong ginawa mo?
Sir, yung katulad na po na nasa ano kanina is yung I equals R over M wherein yung R po natin is yung rate of interest or yung 8% po all over po natin dun sa number po ng periods and sa given po is semi-annually. So, 0.08 all over 2 po is equal to 4% po.
Okay. Pero ang ginawa mo lang dyan, you just divide or kinuha natin yung panibagong value ng ating I. Pero ang tinatanong dyan, ano yung katumbas na percentage of interest ni 8% semi-annually in terms of quarterly? Tignan na natin. Ito ang katumbas ni, so ang given natin, meron tayong interest 1 na 0.08. Then meron tayong M na 2. Then next, ang hinahanap is yung I2. Ito yung mala. Then siya daw ay compounded quarterly. So meron tayong dalawang M, meron tayong dalawang I. Ang hinahanap natin ay isang I. Paano kaya natin makukuha? Sige, paano nakuha yung ano? Anong ginawa mo, Christine? Bakit siya naging 2% naman?
Sir, dinivide ko lang po yung 0.08 sa 4.
0.08 sa 4. Pero, yung 0.08 ay ang compounding period niya ay semi-annual. So, hindi pwede. So, kana. Ba't naman 16%?
Sir, ano po, given po yung parang ay interest 1 po, which is 0.08. Tapos yung M naman po na, niya ay 2. So, ang ginawa ko lang po ay ano po, yung parang 0.08 over 2 po is equals to yung parang N po, missing na I over 4 po. Tapos pinag-times ko po yung 0.08 times 4. Tapos dinivide ko po siya sa 2 po.
Okay. Okay. So, ang gagawin is 2. Okay. So you just have to equate this one, yung dalawa sa isa't isa. Bang formula natin for interest, yung sa interest, kasi interest ayan, 1 plus I raised to n. Pero ang given natin ay walang compound, ay walang period. Pero meron tayong formula ni ARI, 1 plus I raised to n. So yun yung gagamitin natin ngayon. Meron tayong 1 plus 0.08 over 2 raised to, then 1 plus I squared over 4 raised to 4. So yeah, you just have to equate is to each other para makuha natin yung I squared or yung I2, I sub 2. So meron tayong given na interest, then compounding period na annually. Then di ba ang sabi natin, when we divide M or when we divide interest by M, we have to raise it to our M as well. Same applies here when we divide M sa ating I, kailangan natin siyang erase sa kanyang M. Okay. So, marunong pong mag-compute yan sa calculator. Marunong mag-equate sa calculator. 1 plus 0.08 divided by 2 basis squared is equals to, so para mapalabas si equal, so lahat po ng naka-red sa calculator para mapalabas, pindutin nyo po yung alpha, then yung kung anong value hinanap. X over 4 raised to 4. Then shift solve lang natin. Shift solve, so 7.92%. Sabi siya daw equal sa 7.92%. Okay? Naintindihan po? Nakuha po? Guys, clear? Clear?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Okay. So yun po, yung ginawa natin na yun, sa problem solving kasi natin, mayroong cases na ganyan yung lalabas for computation. So halimbawa, ang sinabi dito, oo nga, no? Maganda. So for example, ito kasi na-edit ko na siya. So ang tinatanong dito is, sabi niya, sabi niya, ay yung promissory note daw needs to be paid quarterly. Pero yung kanyang compounding period ay in terms of semi-annually. So hindi sila nagtugma. Yung most of payment natin quarterly, pero yung interest natin is naka-compounded semi-annually. Ngayon, kailangan yung kumuha ng panibagong interest. Yung ginawa natin kanina. Kasi for problem solving po kasi, ang susundin natin na mode na mode po ng compounding period ay kung ano po yung mode of payment niya. Kung siya ay quarterly, dapat ang interest natin ay compounded quarterly din. So you just have to convert this, get the value of I, 12% semi-annually in terms of quarterly, then yun yung gagamitin yung interest sa computation. Okay? Next. So last, sabi ko nga meron din tayong continuous compounding. So for continuous compounding, ito lang naman po yung formula natin dyan. F is equals to P times E raised to Rn. Then kapag naman siya ay naging present word, P is equals to F times E raised to negative Rn yung gagamitin. So So yan lang po naman ang formula natin for continuous compounding. Then madali naman siyang malaman kasi lagi naman pong sasabihin sa problem ay compounded continuously. For example, an amount of $2,050 is deposited in a bank paying an annual interest rate of 2.1% compounded continuously. So find the balance after 3 years. So hindi ko na siya susulat kasi multiply lang naman yan. So we have 250 times E raised to Rn. So 0.021 times 3. So we have 2,183.3052. Then for number 2, determine the accumulated amount of 50,000 loan made for 5 years at 8% compounded continuously. So multiply lang ulit. 50,000 times E raised to Rn, so 0.08 times 5. So I have 74,591.2349. Okay? So question po for the whole discussion. Kay interest.
Sir,
Po.
kung pwede daw pong maulit yung sa example 3 po.
Example 3. Fun?
Yes po. Thank you po.
Okay. So again, ang aim natin siya is to find kung ano yung katumbas na value ni 8% semi-annually in terms of quarterly. Kasi yun yung tinatanong. So, meron tayong given dyan na I. So, I1 natin is equals to 0.08. Then, ang M natin is equals to 2. And for I2, siya yung hinahanap. Then, ang M daw niya is equals to 4. Then, di ba meron tayong formula for interest? So, sabi ay 1 plus I over M raised to M. Di ba yan yung formula natin for ERI? Minus 1 actually. Then cancel out lang naman kasi kailangan nating i-equate. So 7 ulit. So 1 plus I1, 0.08 over 2 raised to is equals to 1 plus I2. So katumbas ng compounding period is to 4 raised to 4. Okay. Then computing for I squared. So sa calcu, pwede nyo po yung i-equate. Wait lang natin. So 1 plus 0.08 divided by 2 raised squared. At para mapalabas si equal sign, yung alpha, click nyo lang po, then yung equal. Kung ano man, basta sabi ko po sa inyo, lahat po ng naka-red sa calcu, mapapalabas siya by clicking the alpha. Then lahat ng naka-yellow, mapapalabas siya by clicking the shift sign. So 1 plus x over 4 raised to 4. And shift solve, so equal siya sa 7.92%. 7.92%. Okay? Naintindihan? Gets?
Gets po.
Okay na. Question pa? Okay. Wala po yung question. Again, you have to understand this part, especially the compounding interest. Kasi kung hindi nyo po naintindihan tong interest, itong compounding interest na to, lalo nyo pong hindi maiintindihan yung next topic natin, which is si annuity. Kasi si annuity, complex na po yung formulas natin. And kung ano yung tinuro natin kay compounding interest, i-apply natin yung ating pong considerations for problem solving, yung I over M raised to M. Kasi yun din po yung applicable. And yung sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, na kapag magkaiba yung modes of payment at yung compounding period, kailangan yung maintindihan kung paano mag-derive ng panibagong interest kasi mayroon pong instances sa exam na ganun po ang lalabas. Okay. So for your chapter test, so this one, so, di ba sabi ko po, for our subject, you will be needing a notebook. So, yung notebook nyo po, pwede pong yung notes nyo for today's class, yung diniscuss natin, pwedeng yun na po yung gamitin ninyo. Basta po yung notebook ay hindi yung manifest, naka-Clear notes, dapat po ay yung makapal, yung standard notebook natin. So, copy and answer po, you just have to copy this and try to solve po yung ating problem set. Then, ipapasa po ito sa F2F class natin next week, next meeting. Okay? Iiwan niyo po sa akin sa I. Love. Question po?
Sir,
Po.
kung i-upload niyo po ang PPT ngayon din, after class po.
PPT, yes. Meron po akong ipaprovide na PPT with complete solution for this discussion. Sa GC na lang po. Hindi ko na po i-upload sa GCR. Okay. Sasan ko po yun right away. Question pa? Wala na, guys?
Wala
Are
na
we
po.
good? So, huwag po kayo mahiya magtanong especially kasi sabi ko nga po, ito po yung pinaka-basic basis or baseline ng computations natin sa mga susunod nating discussions, especially for annuity. Kasi ito na po magsisimula yung complex computation natin. Then, okay naman kasi tayo ay F class ay Friday. Plus I raised to n minus 1 over I. Then yung cash flows na kailangan yung maintindihan paano i-draw for ordinary annuity. Deferred. So, padami ng padami po yung formulas natin. Annuity due, perpetuity, continuous compounding. Yeah. Sinasabi ko kanina, kasi for arithmetic gradient, sobrang haba po talaga ng formula. Like, hindi po to kaya ni calculator na input ng sabay. Then, hanggang geometric gradient po tayo. Meron, hanggang amortization po pala tayo. Next. Possible baka ito yung unahin kong i-discuss, yung amortization schedule. Para ang focus natin for discussion is next week yung ordinary annuity sa FTAF Plus. Or itong i-discuss ko sa FTAF Plus, yung amortization schedule. Anyway, basta hindi ko sure, pero baka makasama itong sa exam, itong amortization schedule. Medyo matakaw to sa oras at mahaba yung computation, then manually nyo pa yung gagawin. Okay. So, if wala na pong tanong, class rep, pabigay na lang na attendance sa akin.